A Romanian man has been walking around with half a head for the past year after his skull was crushed in a work accident. Construction worker Elvis Romeo Lingera, 24, was working on a demolition site when he lost his balance and fell off scaffolding, smashing his head on the concrete below. The impact of the 6-foot fall shattered Elvis' skull on his left side, and doctors were forced to remove the bone in order to save his life. Mr. Lingera, from Livada, northwest Romania, spent several days in a coma where doctors battled to save his life. However, in the days following the coma, he did not realize the extent of his injuries until he removed the bandages upon leaving the hospital a fortnight later. Without the left-hand side of his skull, Mr. Lingera's brain is protected by only a thin layer of skin, leaving him unable to work as the slightest knock to his head could prove fatal. Mr. Lingera could undergo surgery to have the missing part of his skull replaced with a prosthetic, but he is unable to afford the £900 procedure. Journalist Alex Prunian, 25, filmed an interview with Mr. Lingera in a bid to highlight his plight. He said, "The accident happened a year ago and left Elvis in an extremely serious condition. He spent several days in a coma at the Clinic of Neurosurgery in Cluj-Napoca, Romania. His skull was seriously broken, his head bruised, and he had to undergo surgery after he formed a blood clot on the brain, but miraculously, he recovered. If doctors hadn't removed half of his skull, he would have died. The piece of skull that is missing can be replaced with a prosthetic, but the man is poor and cannot afford this. Elvis called and asked for my help as he hopes if people hear his story they may be able to help.